We're live.
Hello, hello.
God, I keep saying good morning. I'm still used to that.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Whenever you're listening to us.
Exactly. What's up, everyone? It is me and Dante with Simon on the boards. Big Nick, it's Father's Day. If you don't know, coming up this weekend, get your Father's Day.
Is Father's Day this Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, my.
I already got my dad's gift. Yeah.
Is Father's Day this Sunday? Yeah?
Why do you expect so
Why
busy
didn't no one
around
tell
it?
me about this?
It's literally everywhere.
Damn it. I got to get...
Look at the, look at the,
shit. I don't look at any calendars.
Anyway,
Damn. All
Father's Day is one of our most busiest times of year, so Big Nick is shipping. He's sending stuff out today, so you still got time to buy your bat mugs if you want to buy a bat mug.
And buy your dad a gift overall.
I bought my dad a gift.
I didn't, because I didn't know Father's Day was this weekend. All right, good to know.
Got my dad a Bruce Springsteen shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
He already got it. I gave it to him when I saw him a few weeks ago.
Nice. Big Bruce Springsteen guy.
Big Bruce Springsteen guy. He loves him. Loves the boss.
I'm sure he loved the shirt.
Yes, he did. So that's where Big Nick is. But you got me and Dante. We're back.
We're back. I haven't been here in a few days. I was a little out of it. A little food poisoning. Don't eat sushi from grocery stores, kids. Whatever you do.
Grocery store?
Well, okay.
So
So in my defense, it's Price Chopper. But in my defense, I've gotten sushi from there a million times before, and it's like Fred. Like you see them making stuff like that. Got it Sunday night. Had to have been a bad piece. Didn't sit well for the last 2 days, but I'm back. So
He's back, baby.
stay away from sushi at grocery stores.
Yeah.
God
no,
damn.
Don't get.
Go to a restaurant.
Go to a
Get some
restaurant.
takeout
Get
or
some nice
something.
sushi.
Yeah.
So don't get food poisoning. Dante's back. He's back in like 80, 70%.
I'd probably say like 75.
75.
Right now, yeah. But we're
he's
on the
getting
come
there.
up.
It's the come up. So yeah, Dante, you want to hit us with the intro or just episode number, I guess?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to In the Pit number 428.
Woo!
Let's go. Didn't know what number it
Sound
was.
very like welcome to Jurassic Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to In the Pit live.
Should we become like a drive time radio show?
I think we could, like an FM or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the Dawn FM, In the Pit FM,
In the Pit
ITP FM.
Dawn FM.
I like it.
Yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells, all that jazz. If you're listening to this as a podcast, make sure to go over to Patreon so you can watch live with us. We got some people in the chat. What's up, viewers? We got Ethan, Dwayne, Amanda, Sonny, the regulars, all in the chat. Jesus.
The usual suspects.
The usual suspects, all in the chat, ready to chat with us. They're all saying hi to each other. Such a nice group. A nice bunch of people.
This is what's so great about In the Pit. That brings everyone together. You
It's a
build
communal
friendships, relationships that'll last a lifetime, guys.
Exactly.
A lifetime.
We're bonded by more than just, a common interest.
No matter
in
what
sports.
happens in life, what will always unite us is this
In the Pit. Yep.
podcast live on Patreon. Get behind the paywall.
Get behind the paywall.
All right.
So today we got coming out tonight. We've got on the Mustache Pro Wrestling. We got My GM mode coming out at 5.
Yep.
And then
So we changed the name of that. It's now called My GM Bros.
My GM Bros.
Yeah. Just a little.
I don't think the
fixture there.
name change will be in the new episode because I think that's already been edited.
John was talking about going back and editing a lot of things.
Oh, really?
So we'll see about that.
I clipped my fingernails last night. Big mistake. I
Dude,
can't peel the mugs.
you can't clip your fingernails and then peel mugs.
And I'm trying. It's a
if you're gonna
struggle.
do it, keep one longer nail, just like not too
Like a
long, but
cocaine
just-
nail.
Exactly, just that one. You never know what you're gonna need it for.
Cocaine.
He said it, not me.
So that's coming out tonight. And then also tonight, we've got the Game 2 of the Bowling League. If you like the first episode of Lumberland Bowling League, go check out Game 2. That was a fun game.
Shit show is what it was. Wait,
That's
was
your
I the
game.
second?
Yeah,
Shit show.
this is your
I
game.
was right.
Yep. And tomorrow we got Duos coming out, along with another Mustache Bros Wrestling video, which is Commentary Part 2.
Yeah, guess the commentary
Yep.
part 2. Should be a good one.
And we also got Patreon podcast coming out tomorrow. We've got a lot of stuff coming out. So make sure you're on our Patreon, make sure you're on our YouTube, make sure you're everywhere so you can see all of our content coming out. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about the obvious first topic, Monday night.
Oh yeah, so the game was Monday, so you guys haven't even talked.
We haven't talked about it yet. Yeah, Monday night, Game 5, Celtics, Warriors. That was an interesting game.
Yeah,
Let's give your thoughts on it.
So
I
I
can't peel this mug.
No, don't even bother. I got you. Celtics started the game off as bad as you possibly could. All things considering, they were only down like 11 after the first quarter went on. And honestly, they should have been down by like 20. Jaylen Brown started he had 4 turnovers in the first quarter. Tatum didn't shoot until 2 minutes left in the first.
The stat that I saw that Jason Tatum now holds the record for most turnovers in the postseason.
Yeah, past LeBron. He's also leading the playoffs in points and assists. But, it is what it is. Him and Brown have been turning the ball over like crazy. I'm curious where Jaylen is on there.
Got more turnovers than a pastry shop.
Yeah,
All right, brother.
Well, here's the thing. They can't be doing that next game if they want to win because they turn the ball over too much. They turn the ball over. Bless you.
Sophie.
They turned the ball over 18 times. 5 from Jaylen, 4 from Marcus, 4 from Tatum. One thing I want to point out, so the Celtics, they were down 12 at half. They came back in the third, or up at one point, and then the Warriors went on another run, and then ultimately won the game by 10. Marcus Smart. Now, here's the thing, Marcus. I love him, and I think he's a great player, defensive player of the year. Earned it. Great on the defensive side of the basketball court. But all year, it's just kind of been like the debate is he a point guard? Is he the point guard for the Celtics? And he has proven that he can be that point guard. But here's the thing. When your starting point guard only has 2 assists and 4 turnovers in a game 5, in just a finals game, that can't happen. Your starting point guard is supposed to be the guy that sets up, the players around him. Obviously, Tatum and Brown, they're a little different. Tatum goes ISO every once in a while and stuff. But when you're supposed to be the floor general, the guy bringing the ball up the court, Marcus Smart, needs to be better. Tatum, he had 27 and 10. He shot 10 for 20. Relatively, he had a good game. Once he started to get things going, he missed 4 free throws. They missed 10 free throws this game. They lost by 10. That's another thing. It was just like roller coaster of a game. Very frustrating in the fourth quarter because that comeback was for nothing basically.
I'll say this too. When you hold Steph Curry to 16 points, you have to win.
You have to win.
Win.
He didn't hit. That was the first time he hasn't hit a 3 in his playoff career. Or in 200-something games, he hasn't hit a 3.
Yeah.
When Steph Curry is giving you that, that isn't going to happen next game. It's not going to happen. He's going to hit a 3 next game. You got to take advantage of it. And another thing, the bench, Boston's bench. I'm not even counting the garbage time minutes. Pritchard was 0 for 3. Derek White was 0 for 4 at one point, and then Grant Williams had 3 points, 1 for 2 shooting. And then on the Warriors side, their bench, Poole had 14 alone, Payton had 15 alone. Yeah, the bench needs to be better. The starters need to be better, and it's unfortunate because now it's crunch time. Your back's against the wall for sure now, and you got to win tomorrow. If you lose, you lose. The Warriors are the champs. I honestly, I'm very torn of how I feel. I think they can pull it off, but at the same time, I don't know. They have to come out strong. They didn't come out strong last game, and it bit them in the ass. So
I think they win Game 6.
My prediction was Game 7, and honestly, the way the series has gone, they split the first 4 games. You go to Golden State Game 5, they win that. Boston Game 6, you'd assume that they would win that at home, and in Game 7, it's a toss-up. But I don't know. They had that streak of wins, winning after a loss. That got snapped. Now it's time that you really see, what they're made of.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you go to an NBA Finals Game 6?
Why? Because my friend asked me last night if I wanted to go for $600.
Did they?
I said no. Okay, here's the thing. The game's at 9.
Yes.
I would get home at 1.
Crash at my place.
That's true. It's also $600.
Hey,
I know.
I'm trying to convince my friends to go, my roommates.
Uh-huh.
How often will the Celtics be in the NBA championship?
You sound like my friend last night. You sound like my friend. Listen, I know.
Why do you make money? So you can spend it, so you can do things that you want to do
Money
in
isn't
life.
real. Money
isn't real.
Yeah.
You make money so that you can do the things you want to do in life. Going to the Celtics Game 6 of the NBA Finals, no matter the outcome, even if your team loses, you saw Steph Curry. Like I was talking to Josh last week after he came back on Monday, he saw Steph drop. Yeah. 45.
I said the same thing when I went last year and they played Brooklyn. And I watched Kyrie, Harden, and KD play. I was like, they lost, but I watched 3 of the best offensive players.
You could say you saw one of the best dynasties of all time.
100%.
Play.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I know.
Listen, if I were a Celtics fan, I'm dropping that money.
I didn't really consider it too much, to be honest with you. He sent me that at 10 last night.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm in bed right now. I'm not trying to give you $600 right now. Maybe. He's very good at convincing me on things. So that conversation.
Viewers, what do you think? Should Dante buy tickets for Game 6?
Guys, drop it in the comments. Should I buy tickets to Game 6 tomorrow? Yeah. You guys twist my boss said. my boss says no. That's a big That's a very weighted opinion right there. So we'll see. We'll see what everyone else says here.
Yeah. All right. Let us know.
All
in
right.
the
What are your
comments.
thoughts on the Celtics? I gave
The
my
Celtics.
piece.
I mean, you said pretty much everything I would have said. The biggest thing is talking to Nick beforehand, on Monday, and he says we gotta do is stop Steph Curry, and then we're good. You stop Steph
Obviously,
Curry,
you
you
need a
couldn't
little
do
more
it.
than
You need
that,
a little bit
yeah.
more.
It's the turnovers. It's the 18 turnovers. It's just
when
sloppy.
push comes to shove, the biggest fault with this team is that they're young. And
what?
They're young.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're young. Their leaders are young. They have no experience, and I think that's what shows throughout this entire playoffs with the inconsistency of ball play. They're gonna be a good team. They're
Yeah.
gonna be. I think.
I think they're right there. They just like they need something like this. Like they needed this. Whether they win or lose, they need an experience like this to like understand.
All right, so we got Do It Dante. Yes, he may never get a chance again from Dwayne Bacon. Sonny says, I mean, I did it for Beyonce.
that's-
Amanda says, do it. Ethan says, for sure.
Oh, guys! All right, we got like 50 minutes left. All right, let's let it simmer. Let's let it
yeah,
simmer.
Yeah.
What
But I was saying, the youth.
they're young.
They're young.
They're very young.
I could very well see them being back in a year or two. Next year, I think the Bucks come back when they have Middleton. I think they're.
Well, let's just be real. Next year, it's going to be a lot more difficult. The Clippers are going to be back.
Clippers are gonna be back,
200%.
too.
I think the Lakers are going to be a
well,
lot.
that's the West.
Yes, but I'm saying like when you get to the finals matchup period, I think the Heat are.
But
gonna
you'll
make
also
a
have
move.
another year of Tatum maturing. He
Yeah.
has had this experience. I think he's going to learn a lot from this experience, honestly, of him. If they do come up short, of him coming up short, and him being
Yeah.
the real reason why, I think they'll take its toll. Tatum every year matures a little bit more. He starts. It's every year when he stops playing like Kobe. When he learns he's not Kobe Bryant. It's just
Yeah.
him learning year by year that he's not Kobe Bryant and learning how to play.
Be Jason Tatum.
Be Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Which is why I think all this fucking Kobe bullshit that he's doing, like all the Kobe stuff, is so
I
overwrought.
know. It's just like that was his idol. I mean,
Sure.
that's just like, who he is, who
Sure.
inspired him and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But kind of going off the youth thing, this kind of sounds contradictory, but I do want to point this out because I think this is more aligned of inexperience than youth. The Celtics, like Tatum and Brown, looked gassed at the
Yeah.
end. Like they were exhausted. No, you can say, oh, they're young, they should be able to handle that. But I think the inexperience is what's affecting that because the Warriors, they don't look as tired. Why? Because they've been in this situation. They know like how to use their energy, where to use it. They know how to balance things out. The Celtics, not so much. And two, I forgot who pointed this out. I think it was Magic Johnson after on ESPN. He was just like, when you go down that early, you have to use so much energy to get back into the game. And then once you're back in it and you're neck and neck, the Warriors, they weren't like rushing around. They weren't using all their energy. So they're going at their own pace. The Celtics had to catch up. And by the time they caught up, they got tired and the Warriors pulled ahead.
And ultimately, what it was when Jordan Poole hit that shot.
Dude, he hit that
Deflated.
shot. I was like, they're losing this
Deflated.
game. Yeah, they're losing that game.
was deflated.
Dude, what the fuck? That's the second time he's done that.
Oh, yeah.
too. He banked. He didn't. He knew.
this-
He just chucked it up. He didn't expect that to go
I
in.
mean, you'd
Oh
say
my
that, but this is his
God.
third time he's done it in his career.
Bullshit, dude. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, as soon as that went in, I was just like, we're fucked in the fourth.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Well,
But yeah, hey, listen.
Game 6 tomorrow night in Boston.
Tatum said it. You don't got to win 2 in one night. One
Yeah.
at a time. Win tomorrow. You got a game on Sunday. And then
Maybe
you figure it
Dante
out.
will be there.
Maybe I'll be. You guys are really bad influences.
Everyone wants you to go.
I know they want
7-0 right now.
7-0 to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect there to be people tell me not to go.
Yeah.
Just my boss. All right, we'll see.
So ultimately, prediction: Celtics.
I'm going Celtics.
I'm going Celtics too.
Yep.
If you think the Celtics are going to win, it's a gamble on them. That's what my friend was saying. He's like, I'm certain the game series is going to 7. And he's like, but I don't want to watch them lose at home. I'm like, well, if you're certain the series is going to go to 7, this is your gamble. You're
Right.
gambling on it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What did I say before? My predictions. I said I have 2 predictions. Warriors in
Was
6 or
6 or Celtics in
Celtics in
7.
7.
Well,
both of them are still
play.
alive.
Yep. Well, you know who won't be at any more Warriors game?
Not what was it? Wasn't there a nickname for him or
Fat
something?
Tom.
Fat Tom?
Something like that. I don't remember.
Something Clay Thompson. Yeah, fake Clay Thompson.
Yep. Fake Klay Thompson. He will no longer be at Warriors game after he was banned from Chase Center for life for impersonating the Warriors star.
I understand they had to do this, but can I be honest with you? The security should be fired for this. That's their fault. He walked. Do you watch the video?
No.
He walks in, like through the back entrance where the players come in, dressed in Klay Thompson uniform but with a hoodie on. No one asked for ID. They literally like, oh, what's up, Clay? What's up, Clay? And they were like talking to him like he was fucking Clay Thompson. And he walks through the metal detector and everything. And they're like, hey, let's have a good game tonight, Clay. And he goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, you got it. And he's like, it doesn't even sound like him.
He looks like
and then
him.
he had the hood on. So like you couldn't really like, they didn't bother to even check.
Let's see.
He just walked right in. There's a clip on Twitter. It's like a 2-minute clip on Twitter.
see, okay.
And then he starts shooting around for 10 minutes.
Oh my God,
and
10 minutes?
10 minutes. It was nuts. And the woman's like, are you supposed to be here? He goes, I'm just shooting shots. She goes, who let you in? He goes, the security just let me walk. Dude, look at this.
He just literally just walks through the metal detector.
Look, no one asked for ID or nothing. You can't get mad at him for that. That's
not on him.
It's not. It's on the security.
So surprised.
He's like, what do we do?
We just walk through security into the stadium. Oh man, that's crazy. He just walks into the court and starts shooting. No one's there.
Taking layups. Air balls to layup.
Let's get out. Hey buddy,
Hilarious.
can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, people think he's Clay Thompson, dude. He's tapping him up.
Oh man.
He walked through the tunnel and those people were like, hey, have a good game tonight, Clay. He's like, yeah.
Nice.
Dude, and he spent $10,000 on tickets and couldn't even go to the game either.
Oh,
that's
brutal.
tough.
You should do that.
Right.
You're
do
Jake
that.
Gyllenhaal.
But do you think I can go in as a fake like Marcus Smart or something
You
like
look
that?
exactly
Dye my
like
hair
Marcus
green
Smart,
or something
yeah.
like that?
I say you look exactly like Marcus Smart.
I get that a lot.
Man.
But so banned for life. Again, I get it because obviously it's the security risk and you shouldn't do that. But like I said, the security I believe deserves just as much blame for this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe a few jobs are at stake here. Maybe a few people got fired already. But it's funny as hell. I feel bad for the guy, but honestly, like you get that content, it's like, yeah, it's kind of worth it, I guess.
He was also banned from the Kaiser Permanente Arena in Santa Cruz, home of the Warriors G League team
The
as well.
Warriors G League.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, he can't go to G League games
Nope.
now. Man, that sucks.
Wow.
Well,
What a shame.
The face and the goatee is strikingly similar, but like this dude's too round.
yeah,
You
no,
gotta see him
his
on the court
body
and you're like,
shape is not like
you're not a
Clay.
pro athlete,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
no,
come on.
absolutely not.
Inexcusable from this.
The hoodie, the hoodie really helped him out. The hoodie really helped him out.
Apparently, it made all the difference.
It's
Yeah.
like, dude, the biggest thing they didn't ask for ID. You gotta at least check for ID if someone's just gonna walk through like that. Like that is dangerous.
Yeah.
Could have been like just imagine like just another random person that has bad intentions goes and like it could be a whole different situation. So
Yeah.
crazy though.
Good for him. For
Good,
trying
no,
that.
good for him. Great content. The video is hilarious.
Yep.
Absolutely hilarious.
All right. Let's move
Would you
on
get?
to our next.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Would you be willing to pull a stunt? Maybe not exactly like this, but a stunt where you would get banned from your favorite team's home arena for the rest of your life.
No, not worth it.
No.
Not worth it. This guy's gonna be forgotten in, like a minute. Like
He
this
gets
whole
his 50
bit. He gets his
seconds of
50
fame
seconds of fame, and then
thing,
you
yeah.
can't go to your game again.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Not worth it.
I
Not
agree
worth
with
it.
you.
Yeah. All right, moving on topics to something a little bit more dour. It's here. We'll
This
talk
fucking
about
guy
it.
again.
Deshaun Watson's back in the news. He had a press conference yesterday, first media appearance in month. It was awful.
I'm surprised he talked. I'm surprised his PR team let him go in front of the media and say stuff.
There were reporters asking him absolute layup questions too. It was really gross. Someone asked him if they're gonna countersue for defamation.
And what'd he
fuck,
say to that?
I don't know. I didn't see the answer to that, but someone asked him that.
Oh my god!
Like, Jesus Christ,
Dude,
read a fucking room,
he
man.
knows. Like,
Oh, yeah,
obviously
of course
he
he
knows,
knows.
but like the guy knows. Like they're cracking down. Like they have all this shit on him, bro. No one's gonna look at him the same again.
No.
Never.
Well,
Ever.
yeah.
Even if it's only one person that comes out to be true, God forbid. Like out of all these people, only one of them's true. People are always gonna remember that.
Yeah.
It's a shitty person, dude. Fucking shitty person.
Yeah. And like, what do you want from a press conference?
I
You're just
hate
gonna have
how
him-
this stuff keeps like. I hate this stuff. Stop
Yeah.
talking about it. Just go through with the fucking investigation.
Just suspend him
and
fucking
suspend him. Do whatever you want and
keep
be
him
done
out.
with it. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to hear about this.
I really don't want to hear
anymore.
about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Let's fucking skip this topic.
Yeah,
Fuck this shit.
I hate Deshaun Watson.
Fuck
dude.
this guy.
I hate
Fuck
Deshaun.
him.
I hate the Browns. I
Yep.
hate. Ugh. Speaking of Browns.
Yeah,
former
speaking of Browns.
Well, not former.
This will be a
Browns
better
quarterbacks.
topic.
Yeah.
Maybe a new former Brown quarterback. The Panthers desperately trying to finalize a trade for Baker Mayfield, which would pair him with a fellow top 3 draft pick from 2018, Sam Darnold.
Do you see Robbie Anderson is thinking about retiring because apparently he hates playing with Sam Darnold so
Really?
much. Yeah.
Jeez.
He like posted something on Instagram that was like made it seem like he was like considering retirement. And then a report came out saying Robbie Anderson hates playing with Sam
He's done it
Darnold.
multiple times, I think, and he was his teammate in New York and Carolina. So
That's
my God,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
What a-
They were teammates.
what
in
an
New York.
absolute blow
Yeah.
for Sam.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've gotten in arguments on the field as well before.
Well, Sam Darnold's a fucking. I don't know. I had some faith in Sam Darnold, but I lost all
No.
that like last year.
Yeah, no.
I always thought there was a little bit of potential still there. Maybe he leaves New York, new scenery, but that didn't work
No,
out.
he's a piece. He's trash.
So, I mean, this isn't really shocking. I mean, if you were to think of teams that would trade for Baker Mayfield, I mean, the Panthers definitely would have been up there. I was thinking Seahawks. I think that was my top choice. But Panthers, I mean, you got Darnold. Do they still even have P.J. Walker on their lineup?
yeah, they
I don't even
do.
know. Cam Newton isn't around anymore. Like, yeah, anyone's better. Most people are better than Sam Darnold. Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, isn't that great, but I think it would be better for them than Sam, especially if you have all this behind the scenes drama as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, the Browns shouldn't trade Baker Mayfield
just
because
in
of, as
case
we were
of
talking
Deshaun,
about before.
yeah.
But he doesn't want to play there. You don't want him. Nobody wants Baker Mayfield in Cleveland anymore,
Mm-hmm.
except for the case that Deshaun Watson gets suspended.
Right.
So, like,
Training camp starts in
Yeah.
like a little over a month. So
OTA's already started.
yeah, yep. So I mean,
We got team players holding out. Baker's not showing up. Terry McLaurin's not showing up.
well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin, he has every right to not show up. He deserves a new deal, 100%. What do you think? What do you think a trade would look like?
For Baker,
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it
not
being
much.
like a
fourth round, yeah.
fifth round pick or something.
Probably
maybe,
maybe like a
later on.
fourth and like sixth round swap,
Yeah.
something like that. Not much.
Value isn't there right now.
No.
Not there right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, Panthers. I think it's worth for them to at least take
They gotta-
a flyer on
yeah.
him. 1 year. I think 1 year before he's due for a contract.
See what you
like,
got there.
See what you got.
I like him on the Panthers. I think if Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, he has
that's
that
a big
running-
if.
Yeah, it's a big if.
Big
He has
if.
that running threat that he had.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, listen. Change of scenery is great for most people. You know, I've said stuff about Baker Mayfield. You know, saying he's a bust and stuff on our TikToks. But hey, you know, it's going to a new team, proving people wrong. You know, that's what it's about. So I hope he gets a chance because I do like him. Like, I think he's got a cool personality and stuff. He's a good competitor. He's very competitive. I hope he puts it together. I hope he does. And
Yeah.
you know, maybe that happens in Carolina, maybe not, but we'll see. We
right.
shall see. Your favorite musician?
We'll talk about it soon. Yeah, a
Okay,
couple
okay,
topics
okay.
put in there. We're going to baseball real quick.
Baseball.
Baseball. The Atlanta Braves,
13 in a row.
13 in a row.
13 in a row.
Looking like they've found their stride. Have gone from under 500 to 9 games over. I mean, it was just a matter of time for that team. They did just lose Ozzy Albies.
Ozzy,
He
yeah.
broke his foot. But the Braves are looking better. They've really shorted up. They're a really good team. They were my pick to be the best. Them and the Mets were my picks to be the best teams.
Yep.
I said they were both better than the Dodgers.
Dude,
I think I'm right about
the
that.
Yankees are almost 30 games over 500.
Yeah,
That's
they're
nuts.
They're nuts. right
That's
now.
nuts.
Yeah.
They're crazy good right now.
Yeah.
Holy
I mean,
the
the
Red
rotation.
Sox have won like 20 of their last 30 and have
Not
lo-
bad, but-
lost
no,
ground.
they,
on-
like there's
they've lost
no.
ground. The Yankees.
Yeah,
It's
they
crazy.
they covered no ground.
That
they're
never
45
happens.
and
Blue Jays,
16.
Too. They were
Yeah.
on a little run for a while
Division
too.
is nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. The
it's
way it's looking right now is it's gonna be Yankees,
Yankees,
and then
yeah.
next 2 teams or whatever.
3 teams maybe.
3 teams maybe.
Right now, 3 teams from the AL East, 4 teams from the AL East will make
Is
the
it
playoffs.
The Rays?
Blue Jays, Rays, and
Damn,
Red Sox will all
wow.
make the playoffs right now.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like the Angels have fallen off a massive cliff because they suck.
yeah.
They're worse than the.
Did you see the
Rangers now,
ump
Jesus.
get hit by the
I heard
breaking
about
bat?
it, yeah.
Oh,
It did
scary.
not look good, yeah.
Scary.
The Padres are tied with the Dodgers now.
You see
for-
Fernando Tatis is
Yep.
not looking good.
Yeah, Fernando Tatis has been shut down again. His schedule's been pushed back after his healing didn't look the way that they hoped it would. So he'll probably be out as longer. He'll be out longer than people think he will. Maybe the whole season.
Shame.
Maybe September.
Such a shame.
Maybe don't ride your fucking dirt bike or
Yeah,
whatever,
I mean, the guy's
motorcycle.
an idiot for getting hurt like that in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
When you make that much money, dude, like, you got to be smart.
Yep. Also, last night we had Miles Michaelis 1 out away from a no-hitter.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Dude.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. I don't think they've had no hitters since like early 2000s or something.
Cardinals?
Like that. Yeah, I think I saw a stat, something like that, or it was something along those lines. They haven't had something in a while that
That's not-
he could have gotten.
Let's see. Bud Smith in 2001.
Okay. Yeah. So
And then
yeah.
Bob Forsch
Oh,
before that. Yeah, so
brutal.
close.
I think he got. Did they take him out? I think they took him
After
out
that?
after the hit. Yeah, because I think they said he pitched 8 2/3. So I think that would mean they took him out.
Yep.
But, oh man, 120 something pitches or something, 130 pitches or something. The guy was working it all game.
Yeah, he was shoving it. Quick question for you, Dante.
Yes,
You're not going to draft CMC this year, right? Christian McCaffrey?
I
You're done?
drafted him.
Yeah.
The year that I lost my fantasy football league first overall, and then I drafted him again in our league, and I didn't come in last, but definitely didn't win. I didn't even make the playoffs. The answer to that question, Johnny, is a big fat fuck no.
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Like, I'm never drafting Saquon Barkley again.
You know what's funny? You say that as I read an article about him the other day, and it really wanted me to. Really was trying to convince me to draft him this year. Apparently, they were saying, he's looking good. New coach, new everything in New York. Maybe
Maybe,
he stays
I don't
healthy. I mean, listen, when he's healthy, he's unbelievable. He just has to
I
stay
would
healthy.
maybe take him in the second or third round.
I wouldn't take him first round. He's not a first round. If I had so we have 12 people in my league. If I had 12, 13, I might do
Yeah,
somewhat
potentially.
there. But
Actually.
yeah, it's a big risk.
We'll do fantasy again this year.
100%.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It was fun last year.
100%.
Ethan asks, thoughts on the new Strasburg injury? I said
Oh,
this
yeah,
yesterday
what
on
happened with
TikTok.
that?
So he came back from thoracic outlet syndrome.
What?
Thoracic outlet
What's
syndrome.
that?
It's an elbow injury that's
Okay.
pretty brutal. Or maybe a shoulder injury. And it's a really brutal injury. Many people consider it nearly career-ending or career-altering. Comes back, pitches one start, hurt again, felt the discomfort, shut down indefinitely.
Tough. Same thing. Yeah.
I think this is the end of the line for
He's
Strasburg.
how old is he?
30,
30s?
not even that old.
I feel like he's been around forever.
He's
That's
33.
33.
33.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
turned 34 in a month.
Tough.
He's not that old. He hasn't pitched that many innings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like injuries. That's
Yeah.
his whole career. Like he's only pitched 30 games 3 times or more in a season.
How many years has he been in the league?
He's 13th season.
Oh wow.
Pitch under 15. Like if Strasburg were to able to put up 4 more really high quality years, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
But
But he won't.
It's not
This
looking
it's
like
the
it,
end.
yeah.
Like listen, the last 3 years since 2012, Steven Strasburg's pitched 31 innings.
Yeah,
since
I
20
mean,
since
that's-
2020. Sorry, he's pitched 31 innings. Like he's
tough.
It's tough. Like
tough.
I will say the World Series probably ended his career. The Nats World Series run, and that's the risk you take with a guy like Strasburg, a guy who's that flimsy. Is
He was shoving that whole
Oh,
playoff.
he won the World Series MVP.
Yeah.
Listen, when I trade it, would I
I
trade
don't
the
think
World
he
Series?
would. I honestly think if you asked him that question, I think he would say no.
The
Because
interest-
at the end of the day, it's all about winning. And you got
That
your,
is
you
true.
got your ring, and it's like you put your body on the line. That's what it's about.
So I don't know if you remember this. So Steven Strasburg had Tommy John surgery in 2010,
Okay.
shut down for all of 2011, and then was put on an innings count in 2012.
Okay.
The Nats said at the beginning of the season Strasburg would pitch 160 innings, I think, right? Yeah, 160 innings and not an inning more.
Okay.
The Nats were supposed to be okay that year, maybe make a playoff push. They ended up being the best team in the National League that year, winning 96 games or 98 games.
What year was this?
2012.
2012.
Strasburg's third year in the league.
Okay.
At 160 innings at the beginning of September, the Nats in the thick of a playoff race, they shut him down. They didn't let him pitch in the postseason. They didn't let him pitch the last month either. People all the time are saying, "Oh, the Nats did the wrong thing by forcing Strasburg to not pitch."
Right,
Right. All that stuff. Then a couple years later, the Mets did a very similar thing with Matt Harvey.
Okay.
Both pitchers ended up having the same injury, thoracic outlet syndrome, which is a very common injury when you're dealing with other injuries. Like you overcompensate and then you get shoulder injury.
Right. Right.
Strasburg was able to have almost a full career after that.
Yeah.
Listen, at age 30, with your team really in your thick of your first postseason run like this, when you're actually going to the World Series, yes, it's worth it.
Yeah. You never know when you're gonna.
Yeah.
You talk about with any team, you never know when you're gonna be back there. So.
But back in 2012, when he's 23, I think they made the right move then.
Yeah.
I think both times they made the right move, pushing Strasburg and not pushing Strasburg.
Be a full circle type of thing. You shut them down, 2012, but you won it all in 2019.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It really is
Look
full
at it that
circle.
way. Injuries suck, man.
Injuries do suck.
Injuries suck. They
Yeah.
really do.
It's a shame.
Worst part of sports.
Yeah. It's a shame.
But hey, it happens to almost everyone. So, well, hopefully Strasburg. Hopefully it's a not a long-term thing. Hopefully, he can get back out there soon.
Not soon. I don't think he'll pitch this year.
You think they're just going to shut him down this year? Well, I mean, the Nats aren't really doing well.
The Nats
anyway,
are
so,
shit.
Like, it doesn't
They're
really would make
complete
sense
dick.
for him to play.
I hate them. All right, that's baseball for
That's
us.
baseball, baby.
Now we're talking about my favorite
Yes,
artist.
your favorite artist.
Someone asked me yesterday if I wanted to go to a Post Malone concert.
And what was your answer to that?
I said,
Fuck
yes.
no. Yeah?
No.
Oh.
Post Malone. I actually might like this a little bit more.
Okay.
Post Malone hinted a country album for his next project on the Howard Stern Show.
There's one line in one of his songs where he just he's singing normally and then he just switches up. He goes, I forgot what he said, but it just sounds completely country. He's like, cowgirl, and he keeps going normally. And I'm just like, what the fuck was that? It's a trend on TikTok now. It's a sound.
It's a
and stuff.
foreshadow.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm wondering if that people are like, oh, country, and he's like, country, I could do that.
The dude's from Syracuse, New York.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
He was on Hot Ones, the Wing Show, last
okay.
week. Hilarious.
Yeah.
So funny.
So he moved to Texas when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
So
He-
at least he's from Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I've heard some of his covers of other songs.
He's a good
He's a
cover artist.
fantastic
Yeah,
cover
he's a
artist.
good
I will
cover
say that. I
artist.
don't like his music. He has a great voice. He's very talented, a very talented musician.
You
one
just
of my
don't like his music.
I don't like his music. I have no problem with him. The guy.
I think if you don't like Post Malone as a person, you're the problem because he actually is genuinely one of the nicest dudes. There's videos all the time. There was a video I saw actually yesterday. He was at a concert, his concert, and he's meeting the fans, and one of the fans was like, "Can I have your shirt?" And he's like, "The one I'm wearing?" He was, "Yeah." He literally takes the shirt off his back and gives it to the fan, and it's then he's just walking through the crowd shirtless and stuff. And he's a nice dude, but I get it. Listen. Music is subjective. Some people are gonna like some music, some people aren't. It's
Yeah.
everyone's opinions.
Yeah.
Country album though,
Would you listen to it?
I would listen to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Post Malone fan. I'm not gonna say he's my favorite artist, but I like Post Malone. Whenever he drops an album, I listen to it. Or new music, I listen to it. And I'd probably listen to this too. Would it be good? That's to be seen. But it would be very interesting. Someone like him, he experiments. This last song he came out with was a little different. There's a few songs on there that are a little different than what he usually goes with. So he's definitely an artist that doesn't mind experimenting with new music. So it would be very interesting to see if he does actually do that.
Do you listen to his new album?
I did, and I don't. So I said before it came out, because we were talking about Post Malone at one point, and I was saying he starts Stoney, his best album. He started off so high. Beer Bong Bentley's was really good, but it was slightly worse. Hollywood's Bleeding, worse, not slightly worse, worse, and then this one was worse. Every album is just kind of going down. It was there were a few songs I like the song with Roddy Ricch I listened to a lot. I like the song with Doja Cat and Gunna. There were a few songs I liked. I'm not going to go back and listen to the album in its entirety. There are songs I picked from it and I put in playlists, but didn't really expect much, to be honest with you. The way he was talking about it was making it sound like it was going to be very different and something that people might not, be familiar with. So I didn't have too high expectations, so I'm not disappointed. It's kind of what I expected.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet. I listened to one song of his.
Which
I listened to the one with the Fleet Foxes because I'm a big Fleet Fox
he
fan.
performed that on SNL.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
I like the Fleet Foxes. Didn't like the song.
No, I didn't like that song. I did like the whole idea of it and the singing and stuff. I didn't like the song. No.
Yeah.
I just spilled water all over me.
You got a
Excuse me.
drinking problem.
I'm a mess right now.
He's got a drinking problem.
I do. I really do.
All right, our next topic. A legend will be shut down today. Pour some out.
Oh, that was
A lot.
a lot more than I wanted. Sorry. Get the AGs over there. My bad. Yeah, pouring out for Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer is
Joining
shutting
the
down.
27 Club. Do you think
Wow.
they had a white lighter on
Wow.
them? Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys know about that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay.
Internet Explorer is shutting down today after 27 years. The 27 Club, as you said, is the rule that all musicians will die at age 27. Well, Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin,
Mac Miller recently.
Miller. Was he, yeah.
Yeah,
Who else?
there's
27 Club?
a few other people that I like that. Jimi Hendrix?
I think Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah. I think Jimi Hendrix is in there.
Let's see. Who else we got?
Music, video games, what the fuck?
Video games. Identifiable members.
Oh,
okay, here we go.
Okay.
Who else is in it?
Jimi Hendrix. Yep, I see him.
Brian
Jim
Jones.
Morrison.
Yep. Who are most of these people? I don't recognize most of these
Yeah,
people.
yep.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain.
It's a big list, though,
It
I'll
is.
tell you what.
A lot of people on this list.
Yeah, it's a popular thing. We're telling the truth, guys.
Yeah,
It's a
Amy
real thing.
Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse, that's another
Yes.
good one,
Yeah.
absolutely. And more recently, Juice WRLD, he was 20 or 21, I think, when he died, so that's
That's
another
not
one.
on.
But that was a little
Yeah.
different.
And then there's the white lighter thing as well.
Yes.
Which like the whole other thing. But yeah, Internet Explorer joining the 27 Club, shutting down after 27 years.
It's one of those things where it's like I thought it had
Shut
already
down
shut
a
down.
while
Like
ago.
when iPods got discontinued, I genuinely thought that they stopped selling those years ago.
Mm.
So it's like I'm seeing this and I'm like, oh, I thought this already happened. Yeah, no one uses Internet Explorer anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. So what a shame. Internet Explorer
it had its
gone away.
run.
Yeah.
It had its run.
Uh-huh.
Just like anything. So
What are you surprised that still exists that you haven't thought about? Like
Ooh.
Bing. Bing still
Big, like,
existing.
AIM just shut down recently.
Yeah, AIM
they
just
shut down. There's one Blockbuster left in like Oregon. Shocking. That shouldn't be open.
In Bend, Oregon, yeah. You say Oregon?
Yeah, I did say Oregon. Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese, maybe. Oh my
What, about
god,
Chuck E.
the
Cheese?
pizza. You know, hear about that?
What? That they
Oh
recycle
my
pizza?
god, yeah. So like you get a pizza and like let's say you eat half of it, they'll take the other half and then put it with like if other people only had 4 slices, they'll put that with the other 4 slices and like remake it, like put more cheese on it so it looks like it's one. But like if you look up, like Simon, I know you haven't heard of this because the look on your face.
Yeah.
Look up the pictures on Google and you'll see like how different they look. Like it's very obvious. Chuck E. Cheese pizza. That's all you gotta look up. It's very obvious. There was a YouTuber that did a
yeah, what's his name?
Shane Dawson. That's what his name was. Yeah, he did a big conspiracy video
Look
on
at that
it.
shit. Look how uneven that is.
It's
See that?
yeah.
Oh my god.
And he
Dude, oh
went.
my
So he
God.
went
Half
to
and
Chuck E.
half.
Cheese, a part of the video, and he ordered pizza, and it was like that.
Yeah.
It was like that. Yeah, he proved it.
Wow.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's horrifying.
Isn't that crazy to think? So
Didn't Shane Dawson fuck his cat?
there is a lot of things. I'm not okay. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the guy. He just makes. I like conspiracy theories. He makes good conspiracy theory videos. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chuck E. Cheese. I guess. I mean, it's a kid place, so I mean, I guess that doesn't really qualify. For
Yeah.
Kids can go. I don't.
Someone asked, what is your go-to, Mr. IT88 asks, what is y'all go-to web browser? What do you use?
Oh, Chrome.
Yeah, I'm a Chrome guy.
Yeah, Chrome.
What about you, Simon?
Chrome or Safari.
I haven't used Safari in years.
I would use Safari all the time, but then I used Chrome once, and I was
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Safari has more restrictions, I feel like, yeah.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much of a difference, to be honest with you. It's just preferability, I guess, what you prefer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, RIP a legend.
RIP. Internet
RIP.
Explorer.
Yep. All right, our next topic. We talked about this a lot when it came out. Squid Games. They just announced a teaser for season 2 recently.
And
And Netflix is also announcing a real-life Squid Game series with a $4.5 million grand prize. I don't think Netflix watched Squid Games or understood the point of Squid Games.
so I didn't watch Squid Games.
I also don't
and I
watch Squid
really don't
Games.
understand the point of Squid Games, but I understand it. And I
Yeah.
understand that this isn't
this
exactly
is
what
no.
it is.
What Squid Games is like, hey, look at all these poor people desperate for money. Let's make them dance for us and kill them because they'll kill themselves because that's how desperate they are for money.
Yeah.
And so Netflix is like, let's take all these poor people and make them dance for money and make them kill ourselves for money because we can. It's just like, yeah, that's Squid Games. That's the idea is of like a class system
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, no, they kind of missed it.
Missed the whole point of it. Mr. Beast did that.
Yes, he did
Didn't-
with a
he
bunch of
did that
YouTubers.
like a month or so, a
Yeah.
few months ago or
He did,
something.
like, right after the
that.
show. It was
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
it was a little longer, but yeah. So it's I think the full prize is 4.56 million. It's because there's 456 people participating.
Jesus.
So it's like what is that? 100,000 per
I don't know, I'm
person? Is
peeling
that
this
what it
cookie,
is? Something
dude.
like. I'm not good at math. No, that doesn't sound right.
I
No,
don't
it's
know.
like $1,000 per person. Do not make fun of me. I'm not good at math. Okay, I think it's $1,000 a person, but I'm not not quote me on that. Anyways,
Quoting you.
I think this is gonna be a shit show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it. I could care less. I didn't watch Squid Games, and
Me neither.
I don't think I plan on it.
No, me neither.
The new season's not gonna come out until like 2024.
Yeah.
Like it's
sounds
gonna
about right.
be a while before it even comes out. So I'm gonna have 2 years ahead of me to watch this, and I'm probably not going
Not
to.
even gonna do it.
Probably not.
There are two things I want to bring up about Netflix. One, did you see the thing they said last week where they said they're no longer going to give lots of money to people to make their vanity projects, like Irishman type movies and stuff like
What?
that. They said we're no longer just pouring money into making vanity projects for directors. Meanwhile, they have a movie coming out. Start with a Noah Baumbach movie. If you know Noah Baumbach, he's like a film. He made Francis Ha, like a bunch of indie movies. He's an indie director. There's Francis Ha, Meyerowitz Stories, Marriage Story. He's very small movies. He's directing a movie called White Noise.
White Noise. There was
starring-
a video game called White Noise. It was like Slender Man. I used to play with my friends all the time.
It's starring It's starring Adam Driver and Greta Gerwig. Adam Driver.
Yeah, I know Adam Driver.
Yeah, Greta Gerwig's a director, and also is in Francis Ha as well. And I think the budget for the movie is like $180 million, something like that. Like insane budget
Yeesh.
for this director who makes these very small movies. It's like an indie movie with a $100 million budget.
Okay, so they're talking about cutting off money, but they're giving this guy all this money
Exactly.
to make a movie. I understand
Well,
where
this
they...
was like grandfathered in, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, listen, Netflix is stupid. Netflix has a terrible business strategy. They're losing subscribers, and they're making terrible content for the most part. But, I mean, they spent $30 million per episode on Stranger Things.
And it was worth it. It was so worth
That's
it.
the next question I'm gonna ask you.
Listen, I finished it on Sunday. There's the answer. Guys, if you haven't, do it. If you gave up on the show, jump back into it. Let me tell you something. Do you mind?
I was going to ask you, yeah.
Season 1 of Stranger Things is the best season. It's the originality. It's like...
Better than the fourth season?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
First season's the best season. Second season, drop off. Not a big drop off. Third season, oh my God, I couldn't believe I got through it. Season 4 comes around, and this is what my mindset was. Either the season's going to suck, and this franchise is going to turn into just a joke. People are like, oh, you had one good season, and after that, you just ran out of ideas. Didn't work. Or you just completely revitalized the franchise, and boy, oh boy, they brought this sucker back to life. Season 4, the first part, so there was 7 episodes first part, and they're dropping part 2 on July 1st, a Friday. Only 2 episodes. Hour and a half, 2.5 hours. Depending on how these last 2 episodes go, I will very much confidently say that this is the best season of Stranger Things. The way, and obviously no spoilers, I would never spoil anything for anyone, but there's 2 episodes this season, episode 4 and episode 7. Johnny, I think the last time that this happened was when I watched Inception, I think.
Yeah.
But that's Mark Wahlberg. He's like
No.
who am I
It's
thinking? Who's
Leonardo
Mark?
DiCaprio.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. The ending to that movie just left my jaw dropped. Because the last scene in Stranger Things was literally like 30 minutes long. I couldn't believe what I was like hearing and seeing. It just was perfect. It was perfect. They nailed it. They perfected it. They fucking, like I said, they gave the show CPR and they brought that shit back to life. Oh my God. I can't wait for part 2. I think it is going to be spectacular. The teaser for it, unbelievable. So, like I said, guys, give it a shot. If you haven't even watched Stranger Things, getting through seasons 2 and 3 will be rough. I'm telling you that, but it will be worth it. It'll be so worth it. Hey, skip over it. Watch some videos on YouTube. Be like, how to catch up.
Yeah, that's what I read last night. I sat on Wikipedia and read the synopsis.
Watch season 1. Watch season 1 because season 1's really good. Then go on YouTube and be like, seasons 2, 3 recap. What do I need to know before season 4? That's all you gotta do. Watch season 4. That's it.
I'm currently
Thank you
trying
very
to get
much.
watch party
Yeah.
tickets. So the Celtics are doing a watch party at Fenway Park tomorrow.
Oh, they had one. Where was it?
That'd be fun to go.
Where they had one
send
on
it.
for Game 4 too. I forget where it was.
At Fenway.
No, it
They
was
were in
at
the
Fenway.
at
It was like common area.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forget
yeah.
where it was, but yeah, guys, take my advice. I promise you won't
Yeah.
be
So I was
disappointed.
gonna say,
have you watched Stranger Things
I
at
watched
all?
the first season of Stranger Things.
Okay,
I
so
watched,
do what I told you.
Yeah. So I've watched the first season and a half. I stopped in season 2 in that episode where 11 goes to Chicago because I got really fucking bored. And I was like, what's the fucking point?
There
of
was
this?
one episode. I think it was that was just
Yeah.
bad. I think that
I was like,
the
I'm done.
episode.
I
Yeah.
gave up because as I said
No,
earlier
I don't
today,
blame you. I don't blame
give
you.
up on shows pretty easily. Like if the show's not doing it for me anymore, I'm like, it's not doing it.
Why
for me
waste your
anymore.
time?
Exactly.
No, I feel that. Yeah, just do recaps.
Except for the show My Name Is Earl, which I watched through.
My Name Is Earl. Wow, I haven't heard that in a while. Holy shit.
But
But
I was like, people are raving about it. What's so good about this season?
the way that they explain everything.
Yeah.
They connect everything. And it's just like things you don't expect.
Is it more intense too? Because the kids are older now. and they
Yep.
do more?
1000%. They literally have a warning before the first episode because there was a school shooting a few weeks ago, and there's
Yeah.
a scene in it that is
More
similar.
aggressive, yes.
So they have to give warnings. But no, it's more edgy, 100%,
Yeah.
because they're not kids anymore. It's nuts because one more thing about this. So my friend's parents. My friend, I'm always at his house like on the weekends and stuff, and his parents started watching Stranger Things season 1. So they were in their living room, and I went down, or like in their kitchen or something, and I'm like watching it, and how young they look compared to now, dude. That stuff is wild because it's like you literally watching them grow up before your very eyes, and it's like seeing like Finn or Michael, season 1 to now.
Wolford.
Oh my god, it is nuts. The kid's literally an adult now. Like he's a
They're
man.
20s. They're in the 20s.
Yeah, and 11.
11,
She just
18.
turned 18. But
Big
yeah.
Drake.
What?
That's the thing, Drake.
Shut the fuck up. Pause. Pause. But yeah, no, that stuff's wild to me. When you watch a show that goes on for a while and they start like as kids and you see them get older, like, nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah, so I was going to give it a shot. I mean, I'm watching Better Call Saul right now. I will say the last time I had my mouth on the floor while watching a TV show was the mid-season finale of Better Call Saul. That was fucking insane.
That's definitely a show that I'm gonna watch at some point. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It's you got to get through the first season. Like the first season's still very good.
How many seasons are there? 5.
6.
Oh,
they're
6, okay.
halfway through 6 right now.
And this is the last one.
This is the last
Gotcha.
season, so they got 6 episodes left.
Okay.
You gotta get through the first season. It's good. It's very good, especially after on rewatching it because I just finished the first season last night.
Oh, you're rewatching it.
I'm rewatching
Was
it
there a
right now.
pause?
Yeah.
Till the next gotcha.
So I did Breaking Bad. I rewatched all Breaking Bad. Then I watched El Camino. And now I'm doing Better Call Saul.
You know, I still haven't seen El Camino.
You should watch. It's good. It's good. It's very good if you just finished Breaking Bad and want something more to watch.
Sure.
Because it fits in really well with the narrative and the timeline
Is it
and
like?
everything.
Is it good? Like
It's good.
Is
It's very good. I really enjoyed it.
I
It's a
just-
2-hour-long Breaking Bad episode.
I just have an issue
higher
with
cinematography.
like shows. Like in my opinion, I know your opinion is different, but I thought Breaking Bad ended so well. Like
Yeah.
that was the best way to end it.
Do we want to debate the Breaking Bad finale for the next 10 minutes? Because I could.
Yeah, I've seen your slander.
My
know
take
you
on
don't
it.
like it.
All right, I'll give you
You're
my
upset.
take.
Go ahead.
I'll give you my take.
Go
We got nothing else to really talk about.
Go ahead. Floor is yours.
So Breaking Bad. Spoiler alert for Breaking Bad.
the show's
If you-
been out for
a decade
forever
now.
now, guys. If
2013.
you,
A decade
all right,
now.
here's the thing: if you're listening and you haven't watched it,
Yes, turn it off.
Turn it off.
Turn
right
this
now.
off right now. This
But
is plenty of spoiler warning.
We're
Okay,
giving you a
spoiler,
warning
spoiler,
right now.
spoiler.
The finale was like 5 years ago.
It was
guys.
10 years ago.
10 years
20
ago,
years ago.
guys. What are we doing?
Yes. So again, spoiler alert
right.
for Breaking Bad. If you're planning on watching and haven't watched it yet, turn us off right now. This is how we're gonna end the show, so there's not anything you're gonna miss. All right. So, Breaking Bad's finale was mid. That's my answer. The reason why. When you get to the second Granite State, the second to last episode, right before Walt decides to go back to New Mexico, he has lost. Walt has lost everything.
Yep.
His son doesn't want to talk to him. His wife doesn't want to talk to him. His family hates him. Everyone hates him. He has no one to talk to. There's a really great scene with him and Ed the Disappearer, Robert Forrester, when he's getting his chemo treatment from Ed, and he's just sitting there, and he's just begging. He's going to pay Ed $10,000 to sit for another hour. That man has lost. And yet, you set everything up for him to lose, and then he wins. He wins.
He does. He was the winner at the end.
Why does he win? Why do you want Walter White to win? Because you're aligned with him? Because you're aligned with his character?
You're in too deep.
You're in too deep, but why
In
does
too
he
deep.
deserve to win? What does he earn? Why is this an earned ending for Walter White? If it's not
But
just
his
like
way of winning
He's
is
everyone's
killing the
favorite
neo-Nazis.
anti-hero.
killing the neo-Nazis, but his
Right.
wife and family are going to get the $10 million from
Yeah.
from they're going to get that money still. He does what he sets out to do,
Yeah.
which is to provide for his family when he's gone. And
Right.
if that's really what he built an empire, everything he wanted, he got.
You didn't like
He's
them
just-
tying Gretchen and Elliot back into it? And
I mean,
having that
I
whole
didn't
bit?
mind that aspect. The aspects I mind are the more broad stroke stuff, like the thematic stuff of it, because Ozymandias, the second to last episode, the episode where Hank, spoiler alert, gets killed.
Yeah, that was a brutal episode.
That
was
is
a
one of the greatest episodes
crazy fucking
of television
episode.
history.
Yep.
My heart the first time.
Dude, oh my god. That I haven't watched Breaking Bad in a while. I
Yeah.
kind of want to rewatch it.
Yeah, but the reasoning that I don't like it mostly is because the gun, the machine gun in the trunk scene at the beginning of the season.
But it's so fucking cool.
It's cool. Oh yeah, it's so cool. It's a cool scene. Don't get me wrong.
Counterpoint,
It's
it's
cool.
so fucking cool.
But at the beginning of season, so the way they write Breaking Bad, and this is going to surprise a lot of people, the way they write Breaking Bad, the way they write Better Call Saul, is they write season to season. So they have no real.
Oh, so they don't
game
have like a
plan.
long term.
They don't have a long-term
okay,
game plan when they
okay.
write the show. They are writing how can we get the season to this point to this point.
And what do you think of that strategy?
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it. It keeps you on your toes. It doesn't pigeonhole you into things. It makes you want to keep working forward. And what they do really well is they rewatch their show over and over again, so they know exactly what the show is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to put a detail in here,
Like a little Easter egg,
an Easter egg,
stuff like
they
that,
they
referencing to
reverse
something.
retcon things.
Yep.
They reverse Easter egg things. It's so cool. It's
I
a
know
very
that. That is
smart
cool.
way of writing television. I think. I listened to a podcast where they talk about the show Better Call Saul, but it's the same crew pretty much from Better Call Saul who did
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. They did the show. They did sorry.
Ryan,
They
can you please stop being so distracted? Oh my god, you're ruining the podcast.
sorry, I got a text about the Red Sox tickets. They wanted it's a really great podcast. If you're watching the show and you want to watch along, they also have one for Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad too,
Okay.
where they talked about Breaking Bad as they were making it. But just the effort and detail they put into making television, I love it. I love this.
That's cool.
Better Call Saul
That's very
crew.
cool.
It's great.
Okay.
But
So back to Breaking Bad.
Back to Breaking
I want you
Bad.
to finish because I want to
Yes.
ask you a few questions. But
Okay,
I want you to finish
okay.
first.
Similar to like How I Met Your Mother.
I don't. You can say I don't care, but I've never seen it.
But what I was saying, the machine gun in the trunk was written without the knowledge of where it was going to end up. They wrote it because they thought it sounded cool that Walt is at a diner in New Mexico. He's different. He's bearded. He's thin. He's emaciated. And he opens up a trunk, and there's a machine gun in a trunk. And they wrote that, and they had no idea of how they would get there. Because the season 5 was split into 2
Right.
parts. That was, they wrote the first part of season 5, had a year off, then wrote the
Right.
second part of season 5. Because of that, they were pigeonholed. They pigeonholed themselves. And we got to make this machine gun pay off. This was the first scene of season 5. This is where the show is building to. This machine gun needs to pay off. And they pigeonholed themselves into making that happen. And as they wrote the show, as the show went on, it didn't make logistical sense for that's how Walt would go out. And that's why I think it's mid. Because I think
Okay.
they were pigeonholed into a finale that they wrote that they didn't want to go. And the show wasn't naturally taking them there. They did a sharp 90 degrees to pivot it so that Walt could do what he wants to do when the natural
Because
progression
they
of the show
realized
was
they
mid.
were
Exactly.
okay.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's mid.
All right. So
I think that's a good point. To point
I
out.
un-
I didn't realize that about the Easter egg.
I
Yes.
understand where you're coming from there for sure because it's like when there's something there that is either unexplainable or confusing and they have to change the whole story to
Yeah.
be based around that. I understand that. But I guess my question for you,
Yes.
what would you have changed?
I would have just ended the show at Ozymandias.
Okay.
Kind of where they were there, or even at Granite State, ending it there when Walt has lost everything.
Yep.
I think that's a good ending. I think what they did with Jesse at El Camino was a good ending. I
The
just
ending
think-
to the movie?
Yeah, how they end Jesse's storyline, I think it's very fitting for him. But I think that they could have done. Yeah, I think they could have. I think you could make Walt lose and everyone be satisfied with that ending, because Walt wins. He
Because at
wins.
the end of the day, he is a
wins.
villain.
He's a villain.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
He is a villain.
And if you rewatch the show, you don't root for Walt.
No,
pretty much from the get
he's
go.
an
He's an asshole the
yeah,
entire show.
For sure.
The reason why you're aligned with him from the beginning is because you don't know what he's capable of. Better Call Saul's Breaking Bad's a very hard show to rewatch with the same kind of affect without when you don't watch
Right,
it versus
right.
when you have seen it already, you're watching it differently,
Sure,
very differently.
Sure.
And so when you're watching it for the first time, you don't know what's happening next. You're more aligned with Walter White because you know,
Yeah.
you think, okay, this guy's just doing it for his family. You don't know the terrible things he's going to do.
Right.
But at no point is he nice to his family. At no point is he nice to Jesse. At no point does he really show empathy for others.
Like when Jesse's girlfriend
Well,
and
he
stuff.
fucking
like,
kills
Yeah,
her.
I know. That's what I'm
Spoiler
saying.
alert.
Like that was a rough scene. That was
Yeah.
a tough one.
I
And he tells
watched
her.
Jane
yeah,
die.
he tells her. Yeah.
He poisons a child, like, and in season 1, like he strangles a man, you know, and you can
Just
just
a lot of bad shit.
He's just a bad
The-
dude.
the-
That's
the
3
crazy-
episodes in.
The craziest thing about it is the most lovable guy easily of the main characters is Hank, but you're still subconsciously like he can't catch
Yeah.
Walt. I don't
Right.
want that. Like so, there's a conflict there.
Yeah.
And
internally.
his wife in that show,
Anagon.
She sucks. She sucks.
Skylar,
Very
sucks.
unappreciative
Again,
of the bag.
Very
It's like-
unlikable. Very unlikable.
If you rewatch the show,
She has
Again,
her moments. She
you-
has her moments.
if you watch the show from her perspective,
You'd understand.
You understand
Yeah,
why
no,
she's
I know,
so.
I
You
know.
think she's a bitch because.
know.
Yeah, she's right. She's fucking right. Yeah, he's dealing.
And she goes
fucking
along
meth.
with it.
Yeah, okay, but she
Because
still
her
is being a bitch. All right,
Come on,
she's being
let
a
him
bitch.
deal meth. Come on,
Let him make you money. Come on.
Jesse.
Dude, they started 2008 to 2013.
Yeah.
That's it feels like that
Crazy.
show ended like 2016 or
Yeah,
something.
no,
Like if you
2013.
told me they ended 6 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, they did.
Better Call Saul started 2015.
Well, it makes sense because I started watching it in high school. I think
Yeah.
I was a sophomore or something like that, and I also finished it because I just went through.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Damn.
Yep.
I didn't know
So-
it was 10 years next year. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. 10 year. It's gonna be 10 years since the finale. Wow, it's crazy. I wonder what they're gonna do next.
Wild.
You think they're gonna do anything?
I don't think. I think I want the.
Could they?
crew-
Okay, so without telling me, because the
Better
way
Call
you're
Saul?
no, I was talking about
Oh, okay.
Camino.
Oh, Camino. Yeah.
Is there like anything
it's
that's
wrapped
done?
up. It's done.
They wrapped. Okay.
They wrapped up loose ends. I mean, Jesse
does
you know,
his
does his thing.
yeah. Okay. I might
There's
watch
no more,
that.
There's no
Now
more
you-
Jesse storyline really to tell there.
All right.
It's kind of over.
I'll have to check
But they
it
do a
out.
really nice job wrapping up Jesse. I will say Jesse Plemons, who plays Todd,
Okay.
he has a big role in it.
Yep.
And he's excellent in it. Very good.
Okay.
Very chilling performance.
Yes.
I love Jesse Plemons. He's one of my
fantastic.
favorite actors.
Meth
Um,
Damon, baby.
Yep.
Amanda Marie was the worst. Thank
Mar-
you. Thank you,
Marie-
Amanda.
Marie
I
is
agree
a bad character.
Her and her purple self.
Her first 2 seasons, they had nothing for her to do except for be annoying, and then they kind of gave her character personality and traits. In the 3rd season, they
Yeah.
kind of shaped her character. I think by the time Hank gets shot, they really have shaped her character into something, and I think she becomes more sympathetic. But really, in those first 2 seasons, she's just, especially in season 1, she's just
There.
terrible as Skylar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
shoplifting and all that.
Yep. So that's Breaking
And
Bad.
then
shit.
that's Breaking Bad.
So that's my Breaking Bad rant. I know people were down my throat about Breaking Bad saying it was a mid finale, but
That's your
I mean,
reasoning.
that's my reasoning. I think it's a thought out reason. I'm
It's
not.
sound reasoning.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I did television studies in college. This is my ish. This is my thing. Yeah. So
All right.
Dante, it's now 1:58.
Yep.
Dwayne asks, has Dante made his decision on whether he's going to the Celtics? Live life with no regrets, Dante. If you don't go, you will regret it. If you don't go and they win, how will you feel?
Is it still even on the table now since you've
Yeah, it's
declined
it's gonna be on the table
Ah.
till the end of the night. Yeah.
Let's see. Tickets are dropping.
What do you mean
Where we
they're
at?
dropping?
It's at $660.
Yeah,
Wow.
then you have to pay for the fees.
These are including fees. These include
Told me
fees.
that.
So this will get you into the stadium, cheapest seat possible. Row 15, corner seat, $660. There were 700 last night. They're dropping a bit. My friends are looking for Loge tickets, looking to see if they can get 1,000.
Loge tickets?
Yeah, for like 1,000-ish. But yeah, the cheapest there is like 1,300.
Guys, I still have to think. I have to talk to some people. I
Move
gotta
some
talk to my
money around.
financial advisors.
Talk to his agent.
My
Uh.
agent. See if this
Yeah.
is a good publicity move or not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Dante, you want to hit us with the outro?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Listening to this on Patreon. Thank you so much for being in our live chat. If you're listening to this on podcast format, Spotify, Apple, wherever you are, get behind the paywall so you can, be in the conversation, be a part of the conversation, be in the chat Monday, Wednesday, Friday with us. We are live this Friday on YouTube. Me, Johnny, and Nick will actually not be here on Friday, so I
Nope.
think it's me, you, and Josh
Yep.
on Friday.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna
And
have
Simon.
and Simon. It's interesting. We won't have our crew, the four of us, me, you, Dante, me, you, Nick, because I'm out of town next week.
Oh, so
I'm
we're
not that all next week.
So we're not going to be all together until
Nope.
a week and a half.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, as they say, the show must go on. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be here. We'll be back on Friday. And hey, go Celtics.
Go Celtics.